Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, everybody. Welcome to TPIM SR Live. I'm your host. True Power is mine. I want to give thanks to the Most High for allowing me yet another opportunity to be the voice of this broadcast. To all my friends worldwide and here in the United States of America, I bid you all cheers and good day. Just got finished talking to a couple of wonderful people. We're going to get the show together. We're going to start pushing it out. The numbers are going to go up. Very positive. Very, very positive. So this has given me the energy to present to you Buck This. A breakdown of buck breaking in the United States of America. Because why is this important? You have to understand the psychological attack men and women are both under so that we can ask the right questions. It's like everybody's in the doggone water, but no one's asking the question, hey, is there a life preserver? Hey, is there a rescue boat coming? Hey, no, we're just supposed to flounder and flop until the sea, which doesn't care, takes us out. Yo, brother David, brother Marty, peace and power. So let's do this. Hold on.
So, hey, everybody, what's going on? It's your boy, Takedown Man. And tonight we're going to talk about some things they don't teach you in the history class. This one's called buck breaking. The process of breaking the buck involves one of the...
And before Brother Takedown Man continues, I want to thank the confidential informant that sent me this. Thank you. Without you guys, the show would be nothing.
Heinous and atrocious acts known to man. A slave who was defiant and may stir up trouble was beaten with a whip until bloody in front of his entire slave congregation. The slave owner, afraid of an uprising, would cut down a tree, and with the top and the help of the overseer, would then beat the defiant buck into submission. Once the slave was worn down, the master had the other slaves force that slave over a tree stump, where they were then laid naked and exposed. What came next caused fear and terror to ripple through every slave plantation across the South. The master would explain to all the other slaves that if they did not follow strict orders and comply with the whims of the overseers and the masters, this too would be their fate. The master would then remove his clothing and proceed to sodomize the slave in front of his wife, family, friends, and children. He would then...
Hold on. I want you guys to hear that shit twice. Listen to how his manhood is taken.
Of the overseers and the masters, this too would be their fate. The master would then remove his clothing and proceed to sodomize the slave in front of his wife, family, friends, and children. He would then invite his friends from other plantations to join in the raping festivals. In order for this plan to take effect, he would require the slave's children to watch, front row center, so they too could witness their parents' sexual demise and humiliation. Buck breaking was the slave's master's very effective tool to keep all slaves from ever being defiant and taking revenge. It also frightened the mothers and wives from ever giving consent to an uprising. Buck breaking was so successful that it was made into a sex farm where free men would travel from plantation to plantation, raping different slaves, from child to adult. In popular urban songs, you will even hear the term buck nigga used against another person to demean them, such as calling them weak or gay. This is where this term came from. So does this still exist today? In popular urban songs, you will even hear the term buck nigga used against another person to demean them, such as calling them weak or gay. This is where this term came from. So does this still exist today? Indeed, it does. It is, however, no longer just a slave issue. It's in our prison systems. When people get out of line, prison rape or bucking is an effective way of making sure one is, well, demeaned in a way.
Did you hear what the brother just said? Listen up.
Just a slave issue. It's in our prison systems. When people get out of line, prison rape or bucking is an effective way of making sure one is, well, demeaned in a way to where they will no longer be respected. This is done by guards and inmates as a way of showing dominance, and no one is immune. If you Google prison rape statistics, you will see a horrible number still out there. And even events to where it has been shown the guards have allowed it to happen to unruly inmates and would even sometimes participate. So I ask this question, have we really changed, even after all this time? I also wonder why this isn't discussed more. Is it because people just don't care? Or is it because of some kind of cover-up started many years ago to maybe hide homosexual tendencies or deviant tendencies? This truly looks like history to me, even if it is untold, hidden history. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share all my videos.
And do all that for all my videos as well. This is what we're talking about when we're dealing with the prison or the poverty to prison road. This is some of the unpleasantry that's involved in that journey, y'all. As the election draws ever nearer, I was talking to a brother last night. By the way, y'all, you need to get up on Coinbase and that XRP. That's your liberation. Every penny you're putting in it could end up being thousands of dollars. But the brother broke it down. The 12th Amendment of the Constitution to the United States tells us that, I'm breaking it down so you guys can research it if you want, but I'll break it down to the uninitiated, that the Electoral College is put in place so that it actually serves as the device for a president to be selected. That's why you don't see me go too hard on this one or that one, who you should vote for, because unless you're a member of the Electoral College, which I doubt very seriously any of them from any states listen to this particular broadcast, then I'm just wasting my breath. We have to do what we can while we still can. Auschwitz 2.0 is coming. Electronic monitoring. They call it the COVID case finding, where they backtrack and stuff. Yeah, that all well works great for trying to hold down a pandemic. But what happens when, the pandemic's taken care of, but the apparatus is still there? We can contact trace anybody, facial recognize anybody. And for those in my urban communities who hear this show, you guys already know. Down there at the little drugstore, you're being hit with facial recognition. That's why you go in there tripping. They click you into the system. Next time, the cops are already notified by the AI. And before you can start acting the fool, they're already arresting you for trespassing because you should not be on the property. We have to understand the system has been designed to put you behind the economic 8 ball. Now, you can work your ass off and get out of it. True enough. But haven't we had enough buck breaking already? Can't they hurry up and roll out the robots to do the manual bullshit? And then us who are creative, us who are inspired, us who are builders can be inspired to create new buildings, new dwellings, do away with all the asbestos and argon and mold, do away with all the Chinese asbestos drywall that they used back in the 80s, all the Chinese asbestos floor tile, the little 8-inch bastards, or the octagon shaped ones for the bathroom. You're living in a poisonous box that you pay top fucking dollar. And you want to have enough nerves to talk about somebody smoking a cigarette, drinking alcohol. You're killing yourself. Well, you better check your own little health there, pal. We got to get to the point to where we have freedom. We have to get to the point to where what you do with one's body is no longer up to governors, congressmen or women, judiciaries. None of them should determine what lifestyle you decide to live, with exception that your lifestyle is destructive to overall society. Meaning if you're a serial killer, serial rapist, pedophile, a thief, a liar, to a certain extent, like a con person, all that nonsense has to go out the door. But see, everything I described took behavior. It took a cognitive thought process to go out and do these things, to game on people. You know, human nature is an MFer, y'all. You know, human nature repeats itself, y'all. You know, not one non-melanated man ever participated in a buck breaking situation of old days. Yet now they psychologically buck break. Let me show you. There it is. There's a couple of, I'm safe to say, buck broken cats. Let's read their shirts. Gay is the new black. Gay, and they got cheesing. They so happy. I don't know if white was an appropriate shirt to be wearing, or black is an appropriate shirt to be wearing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look what happened to Monica Lewinsky's little dress. Damn. And here's the God hates F words. I've been warned about using the F word, y'all. Cat sent me a long ass letter on my email saying he actually likes the show, but he doesn't appreciate some of the language. It is what it is. Now, this is wrong. You have a transsexual here, okay? At first glance, until you see the Adam's apple, shit like that, you're like, damn, that's a chick. But it's really not. It's the bait and switch is what I believe that a lot of people have the problem with. Because they ultimately want to get from here, subvert this, and get to here. That's where the really, hold on, let me get this in frame. I want you guys to see this. And I want you to see the codes. Google put the code up for us. We had to do it in reverse. They wanted to start off here, co-opt this movement to ultimately end up with a situation like, and this dude has white splatter on his face and in his hair. You guys can't, you see that speck right there? That's on the picture. There's like white speck. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. I just out know what I'm seeing. That was a snowball. I'm about ready to puke. That was sick. But see, this is where when you go, and I know a lot of people are like, well, true, homosexuality is not even the issue. The issue is these governors and politicians making these jukey ass laws. We got to understand these jukey ass laws are designed to put you narrow behind bars. There has not been one law that's ever freed anybody. Laws are only there to take what little bit of so-called freedom you have. Now, when I look at this situation here, you got Wu-Tang. Now, she could be an albino with a wig, because she really does look like this could be the mom. That's the son, or daughter. I'm assuming this is the son. All right. But she could just be an albino. And to answer Dick Gregory, this is where albinos go at after they graduate high school. They pose with their mom and brother with a Wu-Tang hat on. Now let's go here. Military man rape. I know you guys don't want to. I know this is tough, y'all. This isn't an easy show for me to do. All right, this isn't an easy show for me to do. This is what happens in the dorm. Don't leave the dorm type shit. All right. That philosophy is a real quick way to get your booty busted. Brother Bird, peace and power. What goes on in the damn dorm, and if it's not the norm, you should sound the alarm. Whatever goes on in the damn dorm, if it's not the norm, you need to sound the alarm. Here we go. 6 men tell their stories of sexual assault in the military. Jack Williams, 71, enlisted in the Air Force, assaulted in 1966. If you report this, no one will believe you. Paul Lloyd, 30, enlisted in the Army National Guard, assaulted 2007. It's still going down. Paul Floyd was pushing hopefully it wasn't a broomstick. Never mind. Bill Minks, age 64, enlisted in the Air Force. Looks like Air Force got a lot of boo-foos in there. Assaulted 1973, 1 year after I was born. He was bent over a wing of a plane. Bill Minks was too ashamed to tell. You think? Billy Joe Chapshaw, 56, enlisted in the Army. And you know, I'm actually shocked that they don't have a damn couple of navies. Come on, let's just be honest. I'm really shocked they don't have a couple of navies. Bilford Higworth, enlisted USA Navy, 1941, assaulted 1942. Boo food on the fucking good ship Lollipop. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, he enlisted in the Army. He was assaulted in the 1980. A few years, Billy Joe couldn't walk right. You see, oh shit, look at this, y'all. 38 men raped in U.S. military each day. 36. And it ain't the same homo busting all 38 dudes. This is why they didn't want homosexuals in power. I'm going to speak the truth today, by God. Y'all going to hear some truth. If you don't want to hear it, then cut off your speakers right now and go. But this is why they did not want homosexuals in position of power. Listen, I know it sounds fucked up, but when straight men are in position of power, you can work around straight men and don't have to worry about them sticking a finger up your butt. Now, if you're a chick, you might have to worry about them grabbing you by the pussy. You might. But look how many men, there's 38 men running around with the shame. If they're not gay, then getting butt fucked is a very shameful, probably traumatic event. Every time they try to tell their story, we have been so conditioned, oh man, you let a dude, you should have died. You should let dude slit your throat before, you gave up the booty. So where do we go from here, Yao? Seriously, where do we go from here? Rhetoric that I speak on is highly censored. It's highly unpopular. Because I'm not sitting up here saying God hates this person or that one. I'm not sitting here saying the Most High, condemns these people to burn in hell. All I'm saying is you put these people in position of power. Don't be tripping when your boys start skipping. You hear me? You put these people in power. Don't be tripping when your little boys start skipping. When you have your little boys fighting over makeups and lipstick with your little girls. Because they say there's a new game in town. Pussy ain't the only game in town. There's a new game in town. That's disgusting. But this is where we're at, ain't it? This is where we're at as a society, as a fractured people. We have homeboys and homegirls that are bi, lesbian, and straight up gay that will not help us because they feel that we're anti-gay. They feel like, oh my God, I would help. I actually have people write me letters. I would help you, brother, but you sound anti-gay. You got to be a little more, I guess, open with it. Listen, man, I'm just me. Now, some of my guests may come in and say some inflammatory shit, but don't confuse the man of the show with the show. Do I hate homosexuals? No, I don't hate homosexuals. I have homosexuals friends I grew up with. I have bisexual friends I grew up with. I show them respect. They show me respect. But if something's a bad situation, wouldn't I be wrong to try to paint that shit in a positive light? Like, straight up, if eating cyanide was a bad deal, what would it look like if I was like, hey guys, don't forget when you eat your peaches, the most yummiest part is when you crack open the pit and you peel away that little seed and you eat it, which is basically cyanide. People, where's our integrity? Where's our unity? Where is our strength? Because we have brothers and sisters in the boule, brothers and sisters in the craft, brothers and sisters in the LGBTQIT, whatever community, bisexual, lesbians, gay, queer, transgender, technically, whatever. I don't know what the last stands for. We have to understand, folks. I could be sitting up here telling you about the next move China's going to do. I can sit here and tell you about the coming crash and why it's so important to move your value into Ripple or a digital, basically value moving system, such as Stella or XRP. I can be sitting here telling you when you go up into the hospital and you die, you probably got murked. They kill brothers and sisters all the time. Oh, we came back. They were just not breathing. Sorry about that. You see, folks, here's the real deal. Everybody needs health. Everyone craves wealth. But most people aren't even aware or even capable of understanding how much power is truly in self. I'm just now starting on this self awakening road. I have to figure out a path to a very uncertain future. And yes, I have to go through painful moments. But I go through this with the help of friends, with the help of prayer, with the help of meditation, sometimes with the help of a drink or two. I say this because I know I'm reaching someone who needs to hear, because you're going through the exact same thing, my friend. But you're doing it in silence. You're doing it the old school way, step up her fucking lip. But I realize, friend, a closed mouth will never get fed. You have to go out and broadcast into the universe what you truly seek. And I truly seek loyalty and commitment. And passion. Something more to the relationship than just pussy. Something more to my life than just getting by. It takes a brave person to truly articulate what they truly desire, because it opens you up in ways most people are unwilling to. And I guess that's why I'm the host of this here show. I have some great, fabulous guests lined up. We're going to take this thing to the next level. I finally have folks out there that are going to help me push this website. They're going to actually help me get stronger, increase my personal boundaries. I'm very humbled. I'm also very damaged and hurting right now. But this too shall pass, and I will be stronger. I will be more focused, and the information I share with you will be far more critical and essential. I want to thank you for all of you guys who have shown me love on Cash App. That's $ TPIMSRLIVE. All capital, no space. This TPIMSR Live, all one word. That's been a lifesaver. It's quite literally allowed me to get to where I can try to maneuver once again to open up a store and have items from crystals to hats to whatever. Just something that you true fans can have in your hand and know that you're supporting the hub. You're supporting future broadcasts. You're supporting liberation on this broadcast. You people have shared so much from your time to your dollars with me. I have a responsibility and a duty to pay you all back. And this is one promise I can certainly keep. This is one promise that isn't tied up with mumbo jumbo and BS. I will always be real with y'all. I'll always bring the information that I vet to a certain degree, unless it's fresh off the presses. You know, I've had people on the show, literally first time I talked to them and we do the interview, didn't vet them, whatever, just had a gut feeling, and I got through. But for the most part, y'all, I want each and every one of you to know the people that come on this show isn't no clown time for real. This is a serious show. Yes, I've been reckless with not having a standard time where either I do shows and upload them at a certain time so everybody can kind of, you know, build their day and you know that you have something coming out and to look forward to. My bad. I know that will help build the fan base tremendously. It's just that I enjoy doing these live shows. I enjoy feeling the energy coming out of that damn chat room, and I feel it. I enjoy interacting with you chatters. I enjoy this shit. I mean, fuck. Many of you cats and chicks, CC, I've talked to over the course of years now. You're quite literally my brothers and sisters. Not in flesh, but certainly in spirit and thought. And you guys know who you are. People I can just pick up the phone 2:00 in the motherfucking morning and call you. And we chop it up. Not for just 5, 10. Fuck, we'll chop it up for hours. I thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And to all you new people who just stumbled upon this broadcast because we're heavily censored on YouTube, thank you for being brave enough to watch your first show. Please go to the channel. There's tons more where this comes from if you like this type of programming. But I seriously think the next show I'm going to discuss will be about aliens and the coming fleet. I think you guys need to stop looking around the corner for the communist or small hat assassin and start looking towards the sky for the true overseer in the four-sided city with 3 doors on each side, appear to be made of gold. It's quite interesting what the Lucifer Project in Hawaii is discovering about our cosmos. It's almost as if the church is actually taking a scientific approach to understanding how the heavens work instead of trying to playtime how to get to heaven. I know this is some pretty deep stuff, but you guys are a pretty damn deep audience. And I know you can handle the truth. I'm not going to lie to you, brothers and sisters who can hear me. I quite literally lost everything. Quite literally lost everything, except for my friends, my sanity, my family, my God. So that being said, this will include TPIM SR Live for today. As always, live your life of integrity without hate, envy, and greed. Brothers and sisters, please, 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 let's try to be kinder to each other. Peace and power, unity and victory, dignity and respect, liberation. I love you all. I'm out.